everyone, it's Jordan Faith. Here on my channel, I do all sorts of things with the curly girl method. If you're interested in learning along with me, subscribe to my channel. I upload a new video every Thursday. Today, I'm sharing with you my usual wash day routine. I change my products pretty much every wash day. I have too many products, admittedly, but I always like to switch it up and try new things. And I just try to choose the products that I'm using based on how my hair and my scalp feel and how the products work together. So my products won't always be the same, but my go-to technique and method will pretty much always look like this. Let's head to my shower to get started. Here we are in my shower. I am just going to start off by fully soaking my hair. Then take the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk shampoo and start cleansing my scalp. I really like this shampoo. The texture is really nice. It has a little bit of protein, which my hair really enjoys. And it gives me a really, really nice lather, which isn't always the case with a gentle low poo. But if you're ever having issues getting a lather, usually adding a little bit more water will really help, and I typically will do that. I just scrub my scalp with my fingertips and then squeeze the suds through my lengths of my hair, and then I just rinse it out thoroughly. Then I'm taking the Tresemme Botanique Nourish and Replenish conditioner and working that through the mids and ends of my hair. This is one of my favorite conditioners. It's really creamy, but it's very lightweight. I'm just finger detangling with it, and whenever I hit a tangle, I just squish that conditioner and water up into my hair, and then that usually helps me just rake right through the tangle the next time I go in with my fingers. And after I thoroughly detangle with my fingers, then I take my perfect hair care brush and brush it through. And now I'm just doing a really simple squish to condish while I'm upright in the shower. And this is what I'll typically do, because I don't really like to go through all the effort to flip my head over and do a really intense squish to condish. But after I do that, I usually leave it in for a few minutes while I finish my shower, and then I rinse it out completely. Moving into the other room to do the styling, and as you can see, my hair has lost some of its water. It's kind of webby, so I'm going to dip my hair into this bowl just to get it back to soaking wet. I'm also going to pour some water in the back of my head to get all of my hair soaking wet again. That back section is my trouble area, so it needs all the water it can get. Then I'm taking the Garnier Fructis Smoothing Treat 1-minute mask to use as my leave-in for today. And I'm focusing it on those back sections because, like I said, that's my problem area. It needs extra love and extra conditioner. I'm taking a little bit more and just working that through. I was going to use the As I Am Classic leave-in conditioner today, but after I washed and conditioned, I just felt like my hair would prefer this creamy, lightweight leave-in conditioner over the As I Am. Now that I raked that through, I'm going to brush it through just to finish evenly distributing it and to smooth down any stray hairs. And I'm dipping my brush into the water a lot just to add more water to my hair because my hair needs extra additions of water throughout the styling process. And now I'm just doing a lot of scrunching and squishing to condition with that leave-in. Sometimes I have a wash day lineup chosen in my head, but then when I actually get to going through the process, I realize that my hair's needs might not have been exactly what I thought, so I have to switch it up partway through. Adding some more water and continuing to squish, making sure my hair is soaking wet before I take the Garnier Fructis Curl Treat Jelly and start glazing and using praying hands to apply that to my hair before I do a whole bunch of scrunching. I'm just scrunching and pulsing really gently so I don't squish out too much water, but so that I'm encouraging my curls to form up all over my head, making sure to turn my head side to side so nothing sticks to the back of my head, and so I'll have a bit of uniformity throughout my entire head of hair. Next, I'm taking the Aussie Instant Freeze gel and applying that in the same way as the jelly. Just making sure to turn my head to both sides and get that product evenly distributed and scrunch and scrunch and scrunch. I don't always use these two styling products, and I don't always even use styling products. About half the time I'll just skip them, but when I am styling, I love to layer a jelly or a custard with a harder hold gel. Now that I have thoroughly scrunched those stylers in, I am squeezing my hair harder to squeeze out as much water as I can before I grab my t-shirt and Microplop, which is just draping that t-shirt, or you could use a microfiber towel, over my hand and gently scooping up my curls and scrunching. And this helps to remove as much extra water as possible before I move on to diffusing. This is how my curl clumps are looking. There's minimal wet frizz, but there is some, and that's the size of my clumps. That's the size I aim for. If they're any bigger than that, I find that the products that I style with don't coat them sufficiently, and they just fall apart. And any smaller than that, I don't love the look. Now I'm just taking a little bit more of the Aussie Instant Freeze gel and very gently scrunching that in. I do this because I'm always chasing a cast. I feel like I get my best results when I have a cast. That could just be in my head, but it just doesn't feel like I'm doing my wash day right if my hair's not crunchy. So I usually will take that extra step to add just a tiny bit more gel after I've removed a lot of the water from my hair. Now I'm diffusing, starting with hover diffusing, just to make sure I'm getting my roots to start drying. And after I hover diffuse for a few minutes, then I will move on to pixie diffusing. And I'll just take a second right now to say that my blow dryer is very affordable. It gets the job done but it's definitely not the best blow dryer on the market. And the diffuser, not the best either. Gets the job done, but I'm hoping in the future to upgrade to something a little bit more powerful and hopefully a bigger diffuser. I've been using the high heat setting on my blow dryer because it is really not that hot. It's barely medium heat. It's less hot than the medium heat on my friend's blow dryer that I used in the video where I tried Wavy Curly Courtney's routine. So I don't feel as bad using the high heat. When I hover diffuse, I've been using high speed, but when I pixie diffuse, I still use low speed. And I still turn off the blow dryer every time I change sections. Just because I'm not afraid of frizz, but I try to do what I can to minimize it in simple ways. You're gonna see a couple of follow-up pictures in just a second. My hair always droops throughout the week. I only wash it once or twice a week, and I don't like to refresh. I don't mind the drooping. I like that look, but it's extra elongated here because I went out in the rain and then came back in to do chores and put my hair up in a regular ponytail while my hair was still wettish from the rain. And so it really stretched out that top section of my hair. But I don't mind it. Just a note. I diffused for 20 minutes and my hair was about 75% dry at that point. And it's several hours later now. It's been a very hectic day. My hair is dry. It's time to scrunch out the crunch and fluff. And here are the results. It's very shiny. I have some really nice smooth clumps. I have some stringy bits and some wonky pieces, but that's just my hair. There's always some inconsistencies and no wash turns out exactly the same way, but I really like these results. This is how I like to style my hair the most. I really like this more defined, shiny, clumpy look, even though it does give me a little bit less volume. This is what it looked like on day 2 and day 3. I'll have more follow-up photos on my Instagram, which is linked in the description below. I made some mistakes. I had to adjust some things throughout the process. Is my finished result absolutely perfect? No, but my hair's never gonna be perfect. I'm just learning to go with the flow and try to do what's best for my hair, learn how to achieve the results that I like the most. And this is a reminder to you to try to do the same. Just figure out what works for you, adjust things the way that you need to, and just accept any imperfections. Because this process is tricky, and I think pretty much anyone with wavy curly hair knows that your hair almost never turns out the exact same way twice. If you liked this video, please like the video. That really helps me out. It helps me know what kind of content you like the most. If you want, you can share this video with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future videos, and I'll see you next time.